All right, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai, Kal Halayim La Alahaya Nawa Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, Shalom Wa Barakim, La Bakarim Shal Yasha Allah, Wa Shen Yakabad, Gawala Wakwab, Zupanim Nawa, Waha Shalayakim Nawa, Shal Yasha Allah Ba'aith. All right, giving all praise to the Most High, Yahweh, that's the Heavenly Father, in the name of His Son, Yahushai. Peace and blessings be upon the elected Israel out there. And double honors to our elders and apostles of Israel in these times, all right, known as Great Millstone. Yahweh Bashem Shah Brakathum unto you all. All right, so I just want to go on this topic, a quick topic entitled Get on the Forefront, which when we look up the word forefront, had them online, it's late 15th century. It says a Germanic Latin hybrid from fore and front, originally of buildings, later of battles. Slovakia. The main modern sense, a foremost place in some scene of action. All right, the foremost place in some scene of action is from the military, meaning the front rank of an army. All right, so I was watching the elders live stream, and Apostle Dahar, he has this quote that he's been saying ever since I came into the truth, which was there should be 1,000,001 camps out there. It should be 1,000,000,001 camps out there. All right, and that's because Jake, man, if you know how to understand who you are in the scriptures, and you can understand who the enemy is, then you can teach this truth. You can go out and do the work. If you know how to write, if you know how to read and write, if you know how to write Judah, Benjamin, Levi, all right, all the way down to Issachar. If you're literate, you can create a 12 tribe sign. You can go out and do the work. All right, Akim was going out with a piece of paper for a little while. You know what I mean? With the 12 tribes. All right, when the sign was down. All right, and all it takes, all right, is just writing down a few precepts. Bring out the precepts every single week. All right, bring out what you know. All right, so I want to get some scriptures, because we are supposed to be on the forefront. We have to understand where we are in this truth and in this time, man. All right, not only do we know we're Israelites, but if you're coming up under the tutelage of Great Millstone, you have the 100% truth. Realize what you possess, in the power behind it. This is Exodus, all right, or Shamwana, all right, which means names. Exodus 4, and I'm gonna start at verse 10. It says, "And Masha, or Moses, said unto the Lord, O my Lord, I am not eloquent, neither heretofore, nor since thou hast spoken unto thy servant, but I am slow of speech and slow of tongue." So a lot of our men out, and this is to the men, all right, who are on the forefront of this truth. All right, don't if you're sitting out at home watching videos, all right, still trying to learn, all right, don't watch the videos at home, man. If you're close to a camp, an hour away, all right, 2 hours away, take the time to go out to the camp. All right, drop a message. If you're watching videos of another camp and you don't know if there's camps in your area, put a comment under the video of that you're watching. Ask, hey, is there a camp in this area? That way you can go out, all right, and embrace the brotherhood face to face. If you have questions, you can ask questions, because here at GMS we don't shy away from questions. All right. Now another thing is, just like Moses said, he said that he wasn't eloquent or slow of speech. You don't have to know how to use big words. All right, because guess what? Big words ain't gonna wake up Jake. The truth. All right, these scriptures, the way that you break these scriptures down, all right, in a simple form is gonna bring the elect in. All right, so you don't have to be eloquent of speech. Verse 11, Exodus or Shemwanath chapter 4, verse 11 says, "And the Lord said unto him, Who hath made man's mouth?" Right, who's created your mouth? It says, "And who maketh the dumb or deaf, or the seeing or the blind? Have not I, the Lord Yahweh? Now therefore go, and I will be with thy mouth, and teach thee what thou shalt say." And he said, "O my Lord, send, I pray thee, by the hand of him whom thou wilt send." And the anger of the Lord was kindled against Masha. So right now, the Lord is angry at all you Israelite men out there. You know this truth. You can break these scriptures down all damn day on social media to people. On Facebook, you writing paragraphs of breakdowns. But then you're nowhere to be found. You're not on the forefront. What are you going to do when the internet shut down? All right? You're supposed to be out here on the highways and byways, man. Like the elder and apostle said, there should be a camp in every major city and town here in America, man. Because a lot of our people know who they are, but they're scared to bring it out. All right, it says, "And the anger of the Lord was kindled against Mashah, and he said, Is not Aaron the Levite thy brother? I know that he can speak well. And also, behold, he cometh forth to meet thee, and when he seeth thee, he will be glad in his heart." Now, check it. You need to pray for your faith to be strengthened, because all the Akim that were out there by themselves doing the work, the Lord sent fruit unto them. All right, the brother Yeremia up in Alaska, he was out there pushing the truth for 5-6 years before the other brother came by. The other brother Gabari Howard been out there for the last few years as well too, by himself in Hawaii. And now look, he got a brother with him, man. Even the brothers down south, man. All right, in the Carolinas, the brothers was by themselves, or it was like 2 or 3 brothers. All right, but guess what? The Lord always sends you somebody. All right, if you truly believe, all right, that you are called to be a fisher of men, all right, the Lord is going to bring fish to you. He's going to bring fruit. You have to have faith, all right, that He's going to do that. All right, now let me get since I said that, let me read this. All right, and this is nothing super deep. This is just simple, man. Get on the forefront. Move to the front, all right? Because and you can't be afraid, because a lot of what you see, I don't know, Jake probably not thinking like this, but what you see in the battles, the infantry, those are on the forefront. Usually, those are the first ones to get shot down by the archers. You know, they get mowed down first. Well, guess what? We're called, if it has to be, the scripture says, it says this. All right, if when you're on the forefront, it says, Sirach 4:28, strive for truth until death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. So when you're on the forefront getting shot at, and the chances of you getting mowed down is almost 100%, the Lord said, strive for the truth until death. All right, because what it is, a lot of you Israelites, man, you men out there, you Yashim, you men, or Gabarium, you warriors. All right, you're afraid. You don't think the Lord's gonna fight for you. You read scriptures like this, but then you don't implement them. All right, you say things like when you give to the Lord, you exalt the Lord, do it with all thy might. But a lot of you are not doing it with all your might. All right, like I said, you all on social media, getting in spiritual warfare on social media. You're not waking up the elect on social media. There's too much entertainment on there. All right, get out to the battlefield. Like I said, the forefront. All right, on Edom Online, it says it's the foremost place in some scene of action. The scene of action is on the highways and hedges. All right. Let me get Hebrews. And Apostle Tahar is right, man. There should be 1,000,001 camps out there, and it's kind of, it's frustrating, man. Because you got Israelites, they cheerleading on the comment boards, but they're nowhere to be found. You go to their pages, there's no videos. All right. You see people calling us bums and homeless and stuff like that, but we still have means to have laptops, cameras, jobs to push this truth. There's many avenues on how to push this truth, man, and the main one is on the highways and byways, uploading videos of yourself, putting out these spiritual letters, man, these breakdowns. And again, you don't have to be eloquent in speech. If you think you need to speak nice in order to wake up the elect, all right. And that's another thing, man. Don't compare yourselves uh, with each other, man. Just because I teach a certain way, apostle teaches a certain way, don't think you have to live up to that. And let me look at that scripture real quick. Because you're not supposed to be doing that, man. All right. Um, let me see. Let me look this up. Yeah, this is it. Let me get 2 Corinthians 10. But before I do that, I'm just gonna hold that Corinthians on deck. I need to read this one about faith. Because a lot of you Israelites, man, you say you believe. If you really believe, you would do what the Lord told you to do and get out to the highways and hedges. This is Hebrews 11:6. But without faith, it is impossible to please Him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that He is, and that He is a rewarder of them that diligently seek Him. You Israelites that are not getting on the forefront, you're not diligently seeking Him. You men out there, you know good and well who you are. You know good and well who the enemy is. You know where the missile scriptures are. You know all about how America is going to be destroyed. All right, but you don't know nothing about going out to the highways and byways. You're shook. You're afraid a coworker's gonna see you. You're afraid some of your friends, your family members gonna see you, man. Your coworkers, your family members, your friends, they can't get you on a chariot. Yahweh Shai can, all right. And Yahweh Shai said, "Get to the highways and hedges." Now, I want to hit on this topic. This what I just said a second ago. Don't you can't compare yourself to somebody else, man. All right. Don't When you start comparing yourself to someone else, now you're becoming a parrot. And I can tell now. I can fully understand and tell who's a parrot, because you have a lot of guys who don't accept their own character a lot. So what they do, they try to mimic what they see. All right. Ain't no fake it till you make it in this truth, man. All right. If you faking, then you're mistaken. Okay. You gotta be real with yourself. Like if you lie to yourself, you're gonna lie to others, man. All right. The spirits been on that phrase for a while here, man. Me and the head brother Kasap, man, we've been talking about that a lot, man. Stop lying to yourself, man. Be real with yourself. If you're real with yourself, you're gonna be real with others, man. All right. This is 2 Corinthians 10 and 10. It says, "For his letters." No, 2 Corinthians 10 and 11. It says, "Let such a one think this, that such as we are in the word by letters, when we are absent, such will we be also indeed when we are present." So the things that we read about and the things that are commanded us to do, we don't just read these things for you to see us reading them. You know what I mean? Like I'm saying, go out on the highways and byways. You're going to see me on the highways and byways on Saturday. Why? Because I live these things. All right. Not only when you hear me talk about it, you're going to see it, man. You go to GMS Truth Sense 17. We out there every single week on the forefront. All right. Dealing with all types of elements of the weather, demons. All right. Verse 12. It says, "For we dare not make ourselves of the number, or compare ourselves with some that commend themselves." All right, like this guy Nate, man. All right, you have a lot of people. They want that glorification. They want people to glorify them. Look, I don't want people to glorify me. Yeah, I know Hebrew. Don't glorify me. Glorify Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. He's the one that created the Hebrew. He's the one that created me and created other brothers with gifts. You got brothers who's super deep in prophecy, man. Don't glorify the brother. Glorify the understanding from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua that he was able to receive to break down the prophecies. All right, and men who commend themselves on certain things all the time. All right, and don't let another man esteem them or give them praise. Don't compare yourself to these people. All right, because 9 times out of 10 they're faking. All right, they're faking. It says, "Or compare yourselves with some that commend themselves, but they, measuring themselves by themselves and comparing themselves amongst themselves, are not wise." All right, are not wise. And when you're not wise, it means you don't know anything. All right, and you Israelites, you know, a lot of you men out there, all right, that you're sincere. Stop being so damn shook, man. Stop being so damn shook. If you come out to the camp, we're not gonna bite. We're not gonna say, "Where the hell have you been?" You know what I mean? We're gonna say, "The water Yahweh Bashmial Shai," because guess what? The laborers are fruit. Are we harvesting all over the place? Jake's waking up everywhere. You got common Christians and Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that know they're Israelites. You're no better than them. All right. This is Proverbs 24 and 7. It says, "Wisdom is too high for a fool. He openeth not his mouth in the gate." So yeah, you may know some things, but guess what? Some of it's too high for you because you're being foolish. That's why you're not opening up your mouth in the gate. If there's certain scriptures you don't know, don't bring the scripture out. Don't speak on stuff you don't know. Get out to the forefront and speak on the things you know. Use the power of Yahweh Shemiah Rashad. I'm going to get this one last scripture and I'm going to end it because, I pretty much made the point. I don't want to keep just saying the same thing over and over again because the point's been made. Jake just needs to get on the forefront, man. The sooner you Israelite men start going out on the highways and byways and bringing out these precepts, man, all right, the sooner we can get the hell out of here. It's all about a vibration, man. Get on the forefront and push the vibration of Yahweh Bashmial Shot. When we first came to the truth, we were bringing out Ezekiel 9 and 4 every day, Isaiah 55 and 8 because these are the scriptures we knew. Isaiah 55 and 8, Revelations 13, 9 and 10, Matthews 10, 5 and 6, Deuteronomy 28 and 68, Jeremiah 1 and 4, Isaiah 66 and 15. And that's another thing. When you go, if you see this video and you're like, man, I need to get on the forefront, get you an index card, write down 4 or 5 precepts, and speak on those. Even if you're out there for 30 minutes, man, get out there. You know, get your reps in, man. All right, get on the forefront of the ranks of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, man. All right, because you have to look at the position we hold. Remember, there's going to be 12,000 out of each tribe. You know, that's 144,000. Even if you're the 9,884th Asherite, guess what? You're still the elect. Why? Because you were out there doing the work. You were out there trying to get a reward. Sitting at home ain't gonna get you no reward, man. All right. This 1 Timothy 1 and Salakia. 2 Timothy 1 and 6. It says, "Wherefore I put thee in remembrance, all right, that thou stir up the gift of the Most High which is in thee by putting on of my hands." That's right, because I pray, man. I pray to Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai that the men of our nation gird up their loins, man, and do as demanded and commanded of them, because they all have a gift, all right, for the body. It says, verse 7, "For the Most High have not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind." All right, so you got to remember, he's given us a sound mind, all right, and he's given us power. So we have, you got to realize this book is extremely powerful, man. Use it to your advantage. All right, the scripture says you're supposed to overcome evil with good. All this evil we see, go out and speak on it, man. Filter it through the scriptures. You see an article, you can go out every week, print out an article every week, write down a few scriptures on top of the article, and go. We used to do that. We would print out articles and bring them to camp and put precepts next to the articles, man. All right, you just write down a few scriptures and get out on the forefront, man. I exhort you, brothers, man, for real, man. It's 2018, and it's time to get the hell out of here, man. So with that, call halal Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, the Wadi Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai for the endurance, allowing me to stay on the forefront. And I exhort you, brothers that are out there who are on the forefronts, stay out there, man. Don't get shook no matter what happens. All right, keep fighting, keep pushing, man, because even if we have to be martyrs for Yahweh Shai on the forefront, guess what? The important thing was what? For Yahweh Shai. All right, and double honors to our elders and apostles in these times known as Great Millstone, Sheni Kabad, Lakam, double honors to you all. And to the elect, I'll say Shalom. All right, get out on that forefront.